taking a stop on one of the 53 stations of Hiroshiga's journey from Edo to Tokyo. Um, Stopping and taking a look as, or hand in height, or as presencing, or as what Nietzsche calls the first theoretical man, or the moment that corresponds to that in the life of Socrates. Let's consider the proof of Aquinas concerning efficacious cause of the existence of God. The argument is confirmed by the physicist Stephen Hawking when he says, but where does the fire in the equations come from? So taken to mean, but why is anything happening at all? Why is all this forces wishing about it all? So the empirical view is that, as seen by Hume, is that we can always say this thing that we're calling the effect and this thing that we're calling the cause just happen to be in this sequence. And so we have, from the empirical view, just a sequence of cause, effect. Something happens first, something happens afterwards. The question that corresponds to the Stephen Hawking's why are there the fire in the equations, or why is this forces going on at all, is the same by analogy here, and almost the same in subject matter, except that he's talking in the terms of the post-Newtonian physics, but Thomas is simply thinking straightforwardly of efficacious cause in the physical or external world. So the mere fact that the world is such that so we're not looking at a domino chain with the first cause being the first at the head of the domino chain in sequence, but we're asking, why is there such this feature of the world, of the galaxy, of the universe, the physical external universe? Why is there this feature that allows for something we call efficacious cause, that somebody has a mallet, they hit something, and due to that hitting, due to the cause of the hitting with the mallet, the statue shatters. The shattering is then the effect, but this shattering effect is then a cause of other things to follow. That one of the shattered pieces scrapes a table it falls on, and some liquid falls in that little scrape or something, So there's a chain there, but we're not trying to get to the beginning of that chain, but we're asking, why is the universe such at all? We're standing aside and looking at one of these 53 stations, at the scenery, and we're saying, why is it such at all? Look at this beautiful vista, and so on. Why is it such at all that there is this feature of reality that's the cause and effect? It's broken up into cause and effect. So what the tradition fails to answer is, where are we when we're, as it were, dreaming in speech? That kind of question. Where are we? And this is the move into Dasein. So this is the move where we see how the theoretical attitude, like a dream, so Carl Jung says that we're always dreaming in the unconscious even while awake, and the unconscious has been interpreted and put down by the Catholics as just a way to say God in another context, and an inferior one according to them. But so again, according to Carl Jung, we're always dreaming even when awake in the unconscious. So, but what does the unconscious mean? It's impossible to give a very direct answer. We can only answer in this way of linking it to examples from the past where, so Freud has pointed to Plato, and Plato going into so-called reason, rationality, and going away from poetry and suppressing the black tide of mud and not wanting to deal with that and thinking it's a better chance to become a theoretically Socratic than it is to go into those the depths of cult and of religious ecstatic shamanistic experience as we have, at least I think in Pausanias and maybe in a few other texts, some examples of what those cults, not Dionysian cults necessarily, but other such cults were about, and what Plato was there for, going away when he goes away from what Freud is calling the unconscious. So let's leave that, considering it as a reflection of what it is to go from the Zuhandenheit to the Vorhandenheit, or to the world of the hedgerow to the world of scientific questions.